The boy actually turned to a strange woman and asked, "Will you marry me?" Melissa thought the boy was adorable, but Leah didn't share the same feeling. She thought the ring he held was far too plain. It turned out the boy was proposing on behalf of his father. Leah then asked the boy what his father did for a living, and upon hearing that his father had an important job, she immediately told the boy to go fetch his father. Melissa was confused. "Why do we need to call his father over?" she asked. "You already have a boyfriend." But Leah only cared about whether the boy's father had money. A short while later, the boy told his father, Josh, about the incident, explaining that he'd approached Leah because she looked just like his mother. Josh had no choice but to go meet Leah with his son. However, when Leah saw Josh, she immediately said she wasn't interested in him, simply because he didn't look wealthy. Josh explained that Leah bore a striking resemblance to his wife, who had passed away a year earlier, and begged Leah to chat with his son for a little while, but Leah still refused. Just as Leah was about to drive Josh and his son away, Melissa spoke up and asked Josh if he wanted to get a drink together. At that moment, a wealthy-looking man named Jimmy walked over. He said he'd ordered a bottle of champagne in his VIP booth and asked if Leah would join him. Leah agreed with a smile, then mocked Melissa, saying, "Have fun hanging out with poor people." A few hours later, Jimmy and Leah walked out of the restaurant together. When Leah saw the luxury car parked at the entrance, she grew ecstatic only for Jimmy to say, "That's not mine. That Ford over there is." Leah immediately looked down on Jimmy, snapping, "I would never date a man who drives such a shabby car." Meanwhile, Josh walked out of the restaurant with Melissa and pointed to the SUV parked next to the Ford. It turned out Josh was the manager of the restaurant. He'd dressed like a server only to let people see the real him, not a manager putting on airs.